We're going. We're live. All right, we're live. And we got a special presentation, if you will, of Heroclix. I'm going to call this the pregame, and this is the pregame to the ROC World Cup coming up this weekend. So on hand, we have a large number of players. Some of us are going to be there. Some of us aren't going to be there. As you can tell by the fact that I'm in my own home still, I'm one of the ones not going to be there. Aaron as well, joining us from 2 Clicks from KO. Check in the description below if you're looking for where you can find his podcast. He also, one of the ones not going to be there. And Pierre, I forgot to check on pronunciation of your last name.
McDermott.
McDermott?
Yeah.
He's the second place from the Majestics Super Qualifier that just happened this past weekend. Or 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, sorry.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Congrats, dude.
Yeah, and then for those going, we have joining us Tim Bold, Kenny Pena, also
Kenny, we're just looking at your mouth.
North American champion or Canadian and U.S. national champion Neck. We have world champion Paris Gordon, whose camera seems to be jumping on us. There he is.
Is that better, guys?
On the left. And he's in the same room with him that we're not asking questions because I'm from Canada. Easton Brock is with him as well. He's on a big tear in the Super Qualifiers this year. And then we also have from my own show and my own locale in Canada, Michael Payne, who will be in Atlanta. He's also the Ontario provincial champion.
Hey.
All right. So, guys, ROC's coming up. Or the ROC World Cup, of course, being tomorrow. I'll do the sponsorship stuff later. Let's get right into it. What are you guys who are going, I'm going to start with, what do you think you're going to see and what have you been planning for? And I'm going to start with Tim.
That's a tough one.
I don't think his mic's working. Your mic is not working. Use sign language.
Flashcards, maybe? Hold on a second.
Blink like 3 times.
You hear us?
Blink Morse code.
Do you think you will see the Green Lantern? Kyle Rayner.
I honestly, I thought I heard him when he came in.
I thought I did too.
His mic is really.
If your mic's external, try unplugging it, plugging it back in again. In the meantime, let's go with Kenny. Kenny.
Oh, what?
Hey, we got your face. I had to get you while it wasn't Neck.
I'm holding my phone now.
What do you expect to see?
Oh, there's Tim.
I'm sorry. One more time.
What have you been planning for when building, and what do you expect to see?
Planning for, I mean, the obvious trend right now is everyone loves Nick's Fury. You know, he's holding eyeballs, he sees everything. That's a big thing. A lot of the maps nowadays are very open. The retirement of maps took away a lot of options, a lot of blocking terrain maps, so everything's pretty wide open with elevation and whatnot. So he just fit in really well with the current meta. Nick Fury's a big thing. Yeah, the usual suspects, you know, people are going to play their batteries, whether it be green or orange, stuff like that, countering, whatnot, the free action limitations. So I expect to see those in high quantities. I haven't seen too many Nighthawk Primes around, but, you know, he's really good, and I'm sure he'll make a splash, or I'm sure he'll make an appearance. He'll be relevant as well. And what was the second part of the question? I'm really tired, guys. I'm sorry.
It's all right. You kind of got the whole gist of it with what you're expecting to see. Now, let's take to Paris. Paris, as a world champion, do you feel the pressure's on you right now? Do you feel like you're the person to build against, or are you actually planning for what you're expecting to see? You know, with Nick Furies and the Nighthawk Primes out there.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm the person to build against. I've been prepared. I mean, I don't know. I don't really think of it like that. I don't feel any pressure or anything. I've just been building how I normally build. But yeah, but basically the same stuff Kenny was talking about. Well, obviously you have to be prepared for Nick Fury. There's going to be a ton of him. You'll probably see Banshee, Animax, Jet, since this guy played it.
Thanks, Aaron.
Just there's so much stuff that's good right now. It's hard to plan for everything.
Okay. Easton, you know all of Paris' stuff now. You building against him? You counter-building him without telling him?
He doesn't know.
You've been telling me all week, and it seems amazing, though. So
It is.
I think most of the guys hit it all. I think Orange Batter's going to show up. I think Nighthawk, I don't think he's that good as long as you can outwit the shape change power and get rid of it somehow at least. Nick Fury more on ID cards, I think, on level 7s.
I agree.
Yeah, you'll see some of the usual guys like Phantom X. Maybe some Coriander will show up from some guy, I don't know who. But that's about it for me.
All right. Do we have your mic back, Tim?
Nope.
Nope.
He's going to send us some responses through the little group chat on the side there.
But if you can hear us, Tim, obviously we're going around. What are you expecting to see? What are you building against? Or are you just kind of just building your own thing with the knowledge that those things exist and playing around them?
Nick Fury and Nighthawk will dominate the field.
Yeah. It's likely. I mean, Nick Fury has been making a lot of noise, right? So, Mike, I know what you're building, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Are you ready for?
The honest truth is, I'm a little bit scared because I've never done this kind of thing. This is like the top level, and I've never been. So this will be a really new experience for me. And even if I fall flat on my face, first match, that's okay. I'm going. This is going to be a life experience. I'm really going to enjoy meeting some of you guys face to face. I've already met some of you face to face before. Hey, how's it going? I know that if I face Tim Bold, that the world will end because two gingers against each other just is not allowed. In terms of things that I think that we're going to see, I echo the statement that Tim just said. But also, I think that we'll probably see that thing that you won by winning the 4-month Ultron event with a whole pile of those stupid cards. And, the jet with the quins. Yeah, that thing, that damn Irish jet.
That's pronounced Windjet.
The
That's
wind
what I said.
jet.
I said
right.
Windjet.
The wind jet.
I'm correcting Mike.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we might see something similar to Kenny's Nationals team, Nationals, both nations, but obviously without the hammers because can't use them anymore. We'll probably see it with Indigo. The Indigo version is actually pretty strong. We've faced it up here before. It's just such a large meta. We're probably gonna end up seeing a lot of variety anyway.
Sorry, I don't know if you guys can see it in the video, but there's a whole lot of chit-chat going on in the text chat here, so if you see us break down in laughter, it's all acceptable. And worse things are being said here and there. All right, Pierre, I brought you on here because you did something very interesting, and you beat me to something. You used Con Loki along with the stealthy Superman, or Iron Man, sorry, Superman, wow. In order to make it so that your team was all John Cena-like. Do you think you're going to see a couple copycats out there?
I think so. If you look at they just posted, was it Brazil or? They just posted, and there's a few Loki teams. In fact, there's one that's just Loki. It's Loki, and the Phoenix Force. I think it got top 8. So I think it's going to be seen that way.
Yeah.
But you're going to see that. You're going to see Nick. You're going to see the Orange Batter. You're going to see all the craziness.
All right. Aaron, do you have anything different to say about anything that anybody else has said? Do you think there's some surprises on the horizon that people haven't been thinking about?
I like 3D Man. I think he is a hard counter to some of the top figures in the meta right now. He's got a few issues, but I think you could see him out there.
Okay. All right, awesome. I myself have not much of a dog in the fight. I haven't been looking too deeply, but I do have to echo the sentiments about Nick Fury. He is out there. He is the thing to worry about, and he may not be starting on the board. He may be as an ID card off on the side, and that is a thing that we do expect to see here and there, without a shadow of a doubt. Now, that said, I want to move on to the next part, is the current state. Like, I know you guys are currently expecting the Nick Fury, expecting the Nighthawk Prime. Do you think there's enough out there to deal with these figures, or do you think Nick Fury needs a curbing? And I'm going to go with Paris first on this one.
Needs a paddling.
So wait, basically you're asking me, does Nick need to be toned down?
Do you think he's watch list worthy, or do you think there's enough out there to deal with him?
I do think there's enough out there. I wouldn't whine if he was watch listed, but I don't think it's one that's like necessary like Faust.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But it wouldn't. I mean, yeah, but I mean, it couldn't hurt to tone him down a little bit.
All right. Now, Easton, you played with the Windjet. Aaron tells me that he consulted you on it.
A little bit.
He gave me a face like I was being very polite about the fact that he's taking gets a lot of credit for it. Do you feel that there will be a lot of copycats of your specific build, or do you think people will be playing with a different ID card combination from a build similar to yours?
The ID cards I got were thrown together pretty quick. They just kind of worked out for me. But yeah, I think there's a few other ID cards that can really make an impact that I didn't even use.
And the new con ones are out now too.
Yeah, the con ones are ridiculous.
Yeah, Captain Marvel's ridiculous.
Captain Marvel, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that build that Aaron did give me was it basically played so much around the Windjet that you couldn't really do anything by the time I cranked it. And it really just sucked my opponent. Like, the good thing that build did with Nighthawk and Desperate Pellets basically just slowed them down long enough where I could get my 300-point click. Bring a 300-point King Thor or Hulk out, so... I don't think there will be that many ID card builds, but I think there will be similar Quinjet builds.
I mean, I don't think a lot of people know how to play it.
Yeah.
Like, there's still a thread on Realm called, like, Quinjet, worst resource ever equipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird because, like, you say that, but, I mean, you got Pandora's Box, which still has yet to make any kind of significant appearance, and you have the
You're
round...
lying. Got like
Phil.
second place.
What's that?
Pandora's
Phil,
Box
I-
got like second place or something like that.
Did it?
Yeah, with Kyle Rayner and 3 entities.
Oh. So kind of like the Rock of Eternity is usually the characters that it's being attached to that are doing the work.
Yeah.
Well, no, because Kyle Rayner never dies on that team.
Oh, yeah, no, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, that's true. All
I
right.
still miss the Penguin.
Penguin was great. Penguin's that one you never felt guilty about using.
Oh.
Did it hurt you on the first click?
Penguin.
All right, Kenny, I got you up here. So there's a lot of sets in this current meta. How do you feel about that for builds? Do you feel that it makes your builds a lot more work, or do you see this as a good thing?
That's yes. I kind of agree and disagree with that. I mean, yeah, it's nice to have more sets to work with, more variety, and all that stuff. At the same time, though, the reason why I kind of don't like it this time around, you guys already know, I was kind of unhappy with not the watch list, with the rotation set list, which was like cutting 2-3 sets at most. I think they needed a deeper cut. They prolonged War of Light, gave it a third year.
I remember you scared the shit out of me. when
Yeah.
you said that they might go right up to.
Well,
right
based
up to
off what they
Guardians.
did previously, they it seemed like they would. They didn't. So I'm 95% of the time I'm all for more players, more sets, more figures, more options. This time around, there's obviously the game is obviously taking a different direction, trying to cut off modifiers. You can tell that they're trying to stray away from some certain styles, and War of Light just does not fit that. So War of Light really does stick out like a sore thumb, which is why it's with the enemies and the batteries, people are just still building on that. And once it goes out, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how people respond to that.
All right. Tim, I think is trying to say something, but we still can't hear you, Tim.
Like he's mute. He's trying so hard.
I feel like
I feel so bad. It's just like, can we do anything for? I have some settings here that I can work with. That I crank.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Where's my phone? Type in your phone number. I'll call you and I'll put you on.
Maybe he just lost his voice.
Yeah.
I lost my voice.
Oh
I'm
man.
doing it.
All right. So, the reason I brought Pierre up.
Answer me.
Pierre, you asked a question on the Facebook that I want to let you ask.
Are you talking about the builds?
Yeah, do it.
All right, guys. Who has the balls to tell their team?
I do.
Oh. I got mine.
I already told my balls what my team is.
Yeah.
No
you know
one?
what? I didn't. I actually almost 100% expected this kind of response.
Yeah, I
from
expected it too.
Yeah. And the reason it's nothing against the players in here. This is a game where everybody has something in their pocket that they need to bring that's an element of surprise.
Yeah.
And that element of surprise is one of the most important things going into this game, because if you bring what's expected, people know how to play against it. But if you bring something that's expected with another toy that nobody was expecting, that nobody was thinking about, or might have been under everybody's radar, that goes a long way towards an advantage in your end.
Yeah.
And
Well, yeah, totally. At the Majestics, I'd start a game and people would go, "Oh, I'm gonna pulse you. I'm gonna pulse you." I'm like, "Well, you can't." And
No.
I have to explain it, and they're like, oh, "Okay, well then I'll outwit you." Again, you
Same problem.
You can't. Yeah. I'd make an attack and they'd, I'll prob it. Like, you can't. So, yeah.
I didn't get to play you.
Now I have to do an entire episode of Dial It Up.
Oh yeah, Amber says thanks for the next episode of Dial It Up, by the way.
Line of fire.
I think it specifically can't draw a line of fire.
Exactly. Let's explain line of fire.
Yeah.
I didn't get to play Pierre.
What's that?
I know. I was kind of bummed. I saw your team and I was really excited. I was like, oh man.
I can shoot Loki.
Mystics. Ah. I played against someone with a similar build. And I just tried to wall up.
Go for the epic roll-offs.
I can't wait.
Actually, he called in someone, and I just killed the call-in.
Rookie.
So I was like, oh, okay. Thanks for the 5 points. And the kill.
All right. So with the mention of rollouts, in the past couple years, I have seen an influx, a large number of situations where rollouts of games have actually come to rollouts. I haven't seen it. I had never seen it in years of playing the game. And part of me attributes it, I want to attribute to the new element of control that exists in the game, where originally we didn't have all these elements that stopped so many things from occurring. But now in this game, guys, do you look at the option of having to take the rollout as an absolute last resort, or do you know that there's a number of teams where you have to stall out and resort to a rollout? And I'm going to start Kenny on this one.
No, I try not to do a roll-off. I try not to do a rollout. Now, if things happen during the game where we're tied and, it just I'm reading the situation, and there's a higher chance he can KO one of my guys besides me KOing him or something like that. Like, if we're tied 30, we both killed a drone, and he has Resurrection Man and Dead Man, and I got people that actually do die, then that's a point where I'm like, okay, I'm playing the odds here, and I need to survive and let the dice do it. But other than those extreme situations, I'm trying to get the win. I'm trying to get the lead. If I get the lead and I can back off and let him make the mistakes or let him make the risky moves, that's a different story. But when it comes to rolling off, under extreme circumstances, with the exception under extreme circumstances, that's not what I'm looking for.
Right. Okay. Mike, same question.
I had to do that in one of my games at Provincials, just because I saw that there was no way to just nuke him. So it was actually a gloop team. It's funny. I actually managed to take out one of them and back off, but there was no way to really. Oh no, it wasn't. Sorry, I didn't take out one of them. I had to back off. I got Duke down to his last click, and then he regenerated all the way, and there was 10 minutes left. I was like, what am I supposed to do here? So I just ran home and barriered up and waited it out, and then we had to roll off. I lost. I ended up losing that match. That wasn't at Provincials, though. That was at a Winamap before Provincials. Yeah.
And now Mike is mentioning Provincials. I forgot our panel except for myself.
So it's states in the
Mike
states. Yeah, states Provincials.
Oh, there you go, Easton. Just for you guys. Posing the same question to you boys. What are you guys looking at? The situation of rollouts, number of rollouts that are out there. Do you
I've never actually gone to a roll off. Never. I don't think. Not that I can remember. But like Kenny said, if I got to the point in the game where I felt I either went to a roll off or I had like an 80% chance of losing, then at that point I'll go to the roll off. But that's never. I've never been in that situation, so I can't even say that it happens. But theoretically, I can see myself doing it.
And Easton?
Again, I've never been to a roll-off, but I think if I ever felt that a roll-off would give me a better chance of winning than actually killing him, it's just really hard for me to do because I'm such an aggressive player. I don't know. I can't force myself to do it.
Good to know.
Tim, do you have your mic yet?
No.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah!
I recorded
Ladies and
that.
gentlemen, the voice of Tim Bold.
I called in my technical support. My wife came and helped me.
Hi, Monica.
So,
All right, so what's the question?
the question is roll-offs. How do you feel about the number that's going on right now, and do you generally attempt to avoid them, and do you find yourself often in situations where you have to kind of take them?
I actually play really, really aggressive, so I very rarely get to a roll-off. I certainly, if there's a situation where it's possible, you strategically might, but generally I'm in there trying to attack, so either I'm going to win or going to lose. Very rarely roll-off.
Yeah. Pierre? Your team came to it, so was it an expectation you had of your team?
It doesn't happen a lot, but at the same time, the team is slow. So, yeah, totally. It happened 3 times, I think, throughout the whole thing. Either I couldn't hit or they couldn't hit me. So we were both trying to attack, but nothing would happen. Nothing would connect.
Right. Okay. Aaron? I want to pose the same question to you, and then I have a follow-up question that I'm going to have you start with afterwards.
I think kind of like what Kenny was saying. If you're like 50% chance on a roll-off, right? So I know at Worlds in the qualifier, I made a misplay against a Resurrection Man Professor Prime team, and I ended up having to go to a roll-off. So
right. Okay. So, all right. So the general idea is, if you have to, you kind of get stuck with it. But Now, you, Aaron, much like myself, are a little bit more subject to the comment sections, if you will, on YouTube out there, or the general opinions of people. And oftentimes, if you see videos of games, a player will resort to, or not resort to, but will take a kill and run approach, which forces your opponent to chase or puts them in a bad position. A lot of people get a little irked about that. We'll put that politely. What do you echo that, or do you feel like these are players that kind of have a lot more to learn strategy-wise in the game?
So that's the unique thing about this game is that everybody gets something different out of it. I play it to be competitive because that's what I find fun. But some people think that that's kind of stupid. No. I hit and run. I don't care.
Yeah.
Good guy.
All right. Sorry, somebody jumping in on that?
Oh no, go on.
Same question to you, Paris.
Oh, I already answered it.
Did you?
Did-
The one I just asked, Aaron?
Wait, which one was it?
Someone wasn't paying attention.
Are you guys watching TV? Is that what's going on with the
Eric's
youth
watching
these days,
TV
eh?
right now. It's okay.
I'm watching TV.
Did I interrupt Netflix and chill?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
What I was pointing to Aaron was because we're more I started with him because we're more subject to comment sections, etc. But oftentimes when you see videos of games, a player will resort to a kill and run tactic where they'll take one character out, get into a position where they're a little bit more safe, and force the opponent into a more chase kind of mentality. Now, do you feel that these players have more to learn in the game, or do you think they have a legitimate beef?
I mean, I would say they have more to learn, I guess, because I mean, like it says, like on the back of like the Whiskey Sheets of Worlds, it says turtling is a legitimate strategy, but stalling is cheating. I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. I mean, in the rulebook, they had talk about a time limit in the game. So since the time limit is in the rules, then I mean, that's part of the game, is playing for the time limit. And if you know that you can hit something and run and they can never hit you and the time's going to run out and you're going to win, and that's your best chance of winning, then I mean, that's part of the game.
All right, Easton?
I think it's a valid strategy, and I mean, especially in your high-level events, if you know you can do that safely, and somebody's not going to be able to get all the way across the map and say, will you? If it's a safe to go, it's the way a lot of people do for spending money with the rocket. So, it's me.
I think the hotel internet is being a little bit unkind to you right now.
Mine's being a little bit weird. Yeah.
All right. Kenny?
It is legitimate. People complaining about that. I don't see what they're getting at. There might be times where you can go ahead and finish off a team safely. You know what you got going. There'll be other times where why give them the opportunity to make a counterattack or stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, people who play this game at a high level, they kind of know. They're gonna have a feeling, what the best solution is. Where maybe you try to go finish off the team, you crit miss, and you're able to back out. Someone flies you out, like, well, I'm not doing that again. Or you just see what they got and are like, well, come get me. So I think those people have a little bit more to learn.
I think, just to add on in, I think the majority of that comes from people who don't play competitively. They play more casually.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't go to your friend's house for beer and pizza and Heroclix to, stare at each other and not move across the map.
Oh, no. At that point, yeah, you're brawling.
So, I think that's the big issue.
Mm-hmm. All right. Mike?
My internet is being weird. I'm hearing all kinds of garbled stuff. Were you asking if the turtle tactic is a good idea or not?
Hit and run, turtle, whatever you want to call it. Avoidance, if you will.
I call it the stabby stab barrier routine. Yeah, there's definitely times where I use it. I learned to play with a guy, a couple guys here in Toronto, Drake Conrad, which some of you probably know, and then Mike White. And Mike White is very much a very strong player. Kenny, you've played him actually.
I have played Mike White, yes.
Yeah. And he's a very strong player. He goes in and does a big blast, and if he doesn't see if he knows that he shouldn't just stay there because he could potentially lose one of his pieces, he will back out right away. And I try to play sort of by that rule, but a little bit more aggressively. So sometimes, I guess maybe it's how new I am. I've got less than 2 years experience still. But sometimes I push the envelope, but most of the time when I'm at something where it actually matters, I'll be really careful.
Okay. Tim?
All right, this is exciting. Get to answer questions. Hooray, technology. They're really annoying to play against, but at the end of the day, when you're building your team, you know they're going to be out there, and it's a legitimate tactic, and you've got to be prepared for it. You've got to be able to beat it. And that's part of your team building, just understanding what the meta is, what's out there, and being prepared for it. You know players are going to play it, and you know it's a legitimate tactic. You just got to be ready for it.
Okay. Pierre?
Absolutely. I agree with everyone. With Aaron especially. It's one of those situations where I have one of my favorite teams to play that I like to use is the Captain Thunder team, and that's exactly what it does. Go in, kill something, run. Go in, kill something, run. So it's totally a legit tactic, and if you're complaining about it, you're not building against it. So.
All right. So I'm not talking about out of my ass on my channel. I just wanted to make sure and get that from actual good players as opposed to just myself.
Well, then what are you asking us for?
I haven't accomplished anything. I got people who have accomplished things here. People still don't trust me. What can I say? Do my job for me while I'm here.
The point was we're not very good.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a language barrier.
Did that say he didn't say?
Are you talking about because we don't speak proper American?
America.
Like that little girl who was speaking to the English guy?
Now you totally lost me.
Yeah. It was an internet thing.
Is that a Canadian
thing? Internet sometimes.
All right. So since the conversation got a little bit more casual, let's talk about the more casual formats that the ROC has introduced in the meantime. Especially with this 400-point modern limited, that's one of the options that you can run a tournament in. Now, of course, we're all used to, in the competitive play, the 300-point environment. It's a nice, safety little bubble that the game is kind of built around as far as design is concerned. Even a lot of the newest, even the biggest of the big figures are still playable within the 300-point range, even if it's all you get at 300 points. So when you enter the 400 limited, obviously things get extended. Do you think that there's figures out there that we're going to see in that kind of environment once that kind of shows its face? And I'm going to start with Tim on this one.
So I know in the past that used to be a great question because there used to be pieces, I'm probably dating myself a little bit, that just absolutely wrecked above 300 points. So if you remember the Cosmic Spider-Mans and the Chase Thanoses, they completely changed the game when you went over 300 points.
I don't remember.
I'm right now, I can't think of anything for me that would really change anything.
Because of that. You're not allowed to talk about it. I don't remember them.
Did we just lose Tim's mic again?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay.
All right. Right now for Modern, I can't really think of any pieces that would change the game at 400 points. I think it'd be pretty much the same.
All right. Kenny?
I like Dormammu. I like Dormammu at 400. You play him at 250, 150 points of support. I think Dormammu's going to be a big problem. What else? I mean, I kind of have to agree with Tim. I don't think it changes too much. It does open the door a little bit more. Some maybe overcosted pieces in 300 all of a sudden become playable, and maybe with some correct support, they work. It's going to be interesting. I like the change. I'm glad they didn't go above 400 because that would have just been murder. So that's the only one I could think of. I really like that Dormammu, and I think giving him extra points, extra support, it welcomes him.
All right, Mike.
Trying to think of. I think that we're going to see a lot more of than we already are of Nick Fury in the modern limited format. I think it's just one of the formats where he'll really, really thrive, even more so than he does now. That's just my take on that. I've actually had an opportunity to play it a couple times, the format, since it was announced, and that tends to come out on top no matter what. Of course, that's not to say that it doesn't otherwise. I mean, Nick Fury is annoying. To say the least. I mean, I'm not worried with what I'm going to be playing this weekend, to be perfectly frank. Yeah, Nick Fury's not a problem. But beyond that, in terms, I'm looking forward to playing some indie. I have been collecting, even though I'm so new to the game. I have been collecting some golden figures. I've got some cool old KC figures. I think those predate, though, the cutoff for the ROC golden format. But I've managed to put together a nice little collection of golden as well. So I'm rearing to crack them out and try something out.
All right. Paris, let's get your thoughts on this one.
I like the limited format, just like the restrictions of it. I think that's a cool format to play. I like it more than just straight up no tactics. 400, I'll play it. It's not terrible, but I'm not a big fan of it. I prefer just 300 because that's pretty much everything I build. I don't really want to play against Super Skrull with more support, or like Super Skrull and Kyle. Yeah. Although the constructs are gone, so Kyle isn't as bad, but he's still good.
For his points.
Yeah. I like the limited format. I'll play it, but I prefer it to be 300.
Okay. Pierre?
Yeah, I like the 400. I think that you'll see a lot of Nick Fury. You'll see all the the fun pieces still, but at the same time, I feel like there's going to be a surprise. Especially with the new set coming out, it'll be more. You're going to get some random figs that people are going to bring out of the woodwork to play. So I like it. Something new.
All right. Aaron. I think Aaron's camera is stalled or he's lost connection right now. So
he's just standing still.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to miss his opinion on this one while we hope for this internet to come back to life. So with that said, I want to address a lot of these questions have come from the fans who commented on the Facebook. I just kind of reworded some of them to be a little bit more relevant and better. And the next one we had is a very specific one. With ID cards, we've seen a whole bunch of them played. Which one would you guys like to see actually show up that hasn't seen any play? There's one that you think is out there that has a little bit more potential than what people seem to give it credit for. And let's start with Easton on this one, because I've missed him on the last question.
I think
That's a good question.
Is one of my favorites. Just for the inspiration.
Which one?
Wonder Man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's ability. Plus his
I'm shocked I haven't seen that one.
65.
And yeah, we just lost Aaron. Yeah. All right. Same question, you Paris?
I do like Wonder Man too. I think that's good because you call her and she can charge and she turns off shape change, and like everybody has shape change nowadays. And then she's also tying somebody up, and she can go over elevated and stuff. And then her inspiration I think is like +2 attack to close combat attacks, which can be really good. So I like her, and she gives mystics if you have like a wild card, like she has.
Oh, Aaron's power went out.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I'm blackout.
Pierre still has his, so it's not the whole state, California.
The Mets did take the lead, so maybe that's why.
Oh, yeah, that must be it. he was angry that he's missing the Dodgers game, so. Kenny.
There's 2 ID cards that I would like to see more, and I actually would like to play myself sometime in the future. I really want to play with that inspiration from Namor, especially in water. +1 combat values. I mean, that sounds good. The other one that I really like, and I think helps against, especially the way people build now, especially with all the wall constructs, I like the U.S. Agent ID card. Taking away barrier, taking away cloud, taking away stealth. Just for that one turn, that can really set up whatever it is that you need to do if those things are getting in your way.
Okay. Tim.
Yeah, there's a couple good choices already. I like the Hellcat, and I like U.S. Agent as well. But the other one I'll throw out there is the Captain Marvel, which gives everyone Power Cosmic as an inspiration. That could give some potentially interesting options as well.
Yeah, I kind of regret not being able to travel to. I didn't even know those would be at Salt Lake for that event. So, and they're not even on eBay. I'd be shocked to see what they would cost on eBay. Mike.
Well, I'd like to see more of the She-Hulk card. I like that card in general. I love the character from what was it? The Age of Ultron, I think it was. Yeah. You've already stated the other ones that I really would go after, but it'd be interesting to see Black Panther, somebody use that effectively, because he'd be a good call-in character just for some last-minute help. Although there's a lot better, really. I mean, if you think about it, the triathlon card is still amazing. So, yeah, those are my ideas.
All right. Pierre, did I ask you yet?
No. U.S. Agent, really awesome. Totally agree with Kenny. I also, with the new set, I mean, it's not going to be relevant at the ROC, but with the new set coming out, I like Ares.
And Cersei.
Yeah, Ares and Cersei. A new Ares, new Cersei. That could be really awesome. Steel energy with range and close combat. Pretty cool.
Yeah. All right.
Pretty nifty.
Yeah. With these new sets coming out, with the new Superman, what we've seen from the set so far, Superman Red, Superman Blue, some of the deities that are coming out, do you think, has anything caught your eye yet? Like, has any figures, have you looked at any figures and said, I'm definitely going to use that? I'm going to let Pierre start with this one.
Blue.
Yeah.
Blue. I mean, pretty obvious. I mean, he's amazing. Pair him with Ion. Oh, my God.
I should. I'm now regretting not having everybody go 1, 2, 3 at the same time and say that.
So good. Oh, so good. Yeah, Superman Blue, totally.
Yeah. All right. Kenny.
Yeah, Superman Blue. He's the one that definitely sticks out the most. Superman Red's not bad.
Yeah.
Blue's definitely better. Red's decent. Interesting thing, I like their traits, and I like how creative they're getting, where you can, kind of like the round table where you can swap in someone before the game starts. So if you have a certain Superman and it's on your sideline, and, I need a different Superman, and you got them all, you can play around with it. So once we get to see all our Superman options, and remember, we're getting more Superman in the World's Finest set, maybe I can better answer that question in a few months. But I mean, the one that sticks out right now from everything I've seen is definitely Superman Blue.
Yeah. All right. Mike, I've heard your opinion enough on my show.
You don't. I don't really need to be here. I'm gonna go to sleep. No,
Not for that question, anyway.
Yeah, Superman Blue is awesome. But I'm looking forward to having using the 25-point Superman Batman robot. I think that there's 25-point version.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
25
Just
points.
interesting at 25 points. Anything 25 points is awesome, though.
Yeah. I like the idea of that ticking time bomb. Go ahead, hit me.
Yeah.
Watch what happens.
Have
I
fun.
would love to find an easy way to give it sidestep too, so that once you broke all that terrain, you just sidestep into it and be like, "Can't see me."
Agreed.
Paris.
Superman Blue. I like the Colossal a lot. Yeah, and I think by the way it sounds, I think they're all gonna have that trait. I don't know if that's something that's been said or not, but I mean, it looked like the way it was talking that it reads. It sounds like there's gonna be at least a few of them with that trait. So that's an interesting trait to have.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything where it says all of them yet.
The word is if you look at the pre-release setup, they suggest actually that you put the Colossal at the end of the table and use their Colossal Retaliation.
Yeah,
all of them have some kind of thing where they splash onto the board and do something amazing, except for War Wheel, who apparently goes across the board to do his thing. So
okay. So yeah, so all those sound interesting.
What does Chemo do though, Jason?
Shut up. Guys, I have this weird feeling there's gonna be one less guy in the Meta Lab now. All right, Easton.
Same thing, Blue, Colossal, but I also like Hermes.
Hermes is almost good.
Hermes is like...
Hermes? That's just
yeah,
private information. It's private, man.
Paris, raise your hands. All right.
But yeah, I think Hermes can somewhat have potential, maybe.
You know they don't need hands to have fun.
These young kids are so flexible these days. Aaron, question to you as well. Superman, Wonder Woman, anything exciting you yet?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
No. Aaron's always on the outside.
No, I mean, Superman Blue's cool. He's also like squishy.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I got to see a whole set.
It's true. Sometimes a couple figures won't really make a full set shine, but once you see everything, it all sort of comes together. Like Nick Fury for me, at first was just kind of like, well, there's a couple good things. This is kind of neat. All right, let's see what happens. I kind of want the set anyway. I get all the sets, so what's going to happen? And then I started seeing things, and I fell more and more and more in love with it. And it's really hard to get outside of that set we're building lately.
Now, I'm not saying nothing's good. I'm saying I'm not excited for it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So now, I guess we're at the open conversation portion of it. But before we go get into that, Mike, you still nervous about this weekend?
No, I'm okay now.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, let me fix that. Guys, there's a bounty on Mike. Everybody who wins against Mike gets something.
They get things. Get this guy. Sweet. Thanks a lot,
this face right here? Beat this face. And I want selfies of you and his defeated face.
This face. Right here. Right there.
Oh, man. So I guess we're kind of wrapping it up here. Tim, anything else you wanna add to the conversation? Any call-outs you want to make to anybody either here or who's going to be there?
Well, I'm the only one from the Ohio group that's coming down, so I'm looking forward to see everyone. It's always a blast. I'm going to be really curious to see what people come up with and people play. I think the ROC events that we've had so far is just the tip of the iceberg, and I'm hoping that some really interesting stuff comes out, so looking forward to it.
All right. Kenny?
You know, I'm the only one from Jersey going down from Team Pusheen. And, you know, they couldn't make it out. It's going to suck, but, you know, you guys are cool too. So I get to hang out with you guys, get to play some good games, hang out with you guys. It's always a fun time. It's always a blast. And I just love competing. Yeah, sure, probably. And I love competing, so I like to see new stuff. I like to win. But, you know, I like to lose too and then help whoever beat me win because I'm like, you got to win it all now. So absolutely you do. So it's gonna be a good time.
All right.
That's why Jason knows more than everybody.
Are you saying he loses to everybody?
Oh, maybe. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
He beat me last week. It's okay.
Yeah, how did that Nick Fury Nighthawk work for you anyway?
Yeah. First time out.
Easton.
I think the biggest thing for me is just getting to go out and play Heroclix and play games that I'm not gonna, go into the game knowing every game. I guess is gonna be a challenge. I guess a little bit, especially against fans.
Unless you play Paris.
I guess I worded that wrong. I think I just like playing high quality games against against the best players, like in the world. Unless you can't go, which is lame, Aaron.
Hey, you can fly out here.
I
tried. My mom said no.
Paris came out here, went 1-3, so 1-3 drop.
That's good. That's good for Paris.
I heard Paris
Paris,
lost
how do
like
you want to
5
do that
times
one?
in a row in playtesting too. I don't know.
Oh no, he's right. He's right.
Okay, Paris is staying. He says
It's true. Oh, are you asking me the question now?
Yeah. We're
Yeah,
kinda
the
wrapping
same.
up.
Well, so part of it is because really what Aaron was just talking about. My last tournament, I went 1-3, so that's kind of motivation. But I really like the high level events because just the games. Once you get into like the single elimination games, and you're playing like the good players, the games are really good and they're really like educational in a way. So I really like getting. Once you get to the single elimination, I think that's when it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Aaron, on your way out, which of these guys do you think is going to take it?
None of these suckers.
Howard Brock.
I gotta go. I gotta go. With, yeah, I don't think Howard's gonna win. No offense, Howard, but I mean, maybe if he can get past Easton, maybe, but I don't think so.
He already did once.
Oh, right. Well, maybe he can win. I don't know.
Are you saying that Pat or Kevin are going to win?
I'm saying I like Pat's chances. Kevin hasn't won anything in forever, so whatever.
I really wanted him on this episode too.
Kevin didn't even win the one roll-off he had at States, so unfortunately for him, that was in the finals. I think Roland from Vegas is going out there. I think Roland's due. Roland would be my dark horse in the tournament.
Maybe your white horse.
That's actually a city.
Sure.
Like your white stallion, thoroughbred.
If that's what you want to call yourself.
This get sexual.
As long as Easton isn't allowed to use ROC dice, because we all know those are rigged, right?
Well,
He knows which ones are good.
all I'm saying, guys, is I'm going to represent Taranto.
That's right.
Taranto
Hold on.
is going to be proud of.
No, you gotta put it back on screen. It's actually,
Hey, you guys know Easton did all the spelling for the maps, right?
I thought maybe it was your dad calling up with his accent. Taranto.
Oh.
Yeah. He even spelled rock wrong. Okay.
I'm still waiting on my replacement, actually. They're still sending it to me. But I get to keep this one, too. So I'll make a giant battle royal now.
Sell it.
I should sell... Which one, though? You think I should sell this one? Because it's like
No,
a
you got-
one?
No, you have to keep that one.
You gotta keep Taranto.
Right.
You gotta keep Taranto.
keep
Sell the one that's
Taranto.
Yeah.
Sell Toronto.
Maybe we'll do a contest for the other one.
That sounds like a good meta lab contest, actually.
It does sound like a good one.
That's what Jason was saying a while ago.
We gotta get your replacement. I don't want to completely steal it from you, and it's up to you. It's up to him still. He's still allowed to decide whether or not he wants to take it or give it away. He just doesn't
I was
realize
going to make a cape out of the two of them together.
I was gonna say it's always nice to give
And then
away
go around to
extra
tournaments and
stuff.
say, "Answer me!" Random people.
It's always nice to give away everybody else's stuff. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly, eh? Alright, Pierre, same question I posed to Aaron. Do you think it's going to be one of these guys here, or do you think there's going to be another dark horse that we're not aware of, or somebody we are familiar with?
I wish everyone here who's going good luck. But
Thank you.
I have to give it. I think Majestics is going to do something. So rooting for Pat. I don't think Kevin's going to do anything. But it would be awesome if he does.
Damn, Kevin knows my team.
Wouldn't that be good if Kevin won though? He'd be like,
Right? That would be
"Heck you guys,
amazing.
like, heck you guys,
Vindicated.
I won something."
I want Kevin to watch this and just be like,
Hey, listen, he won Team Worlds, okay? He won
did.
Team Worlds.
I want to know who's gonna win the pillow fight between those two tonight.
Is that what you call it?
I'm gonna
That's
go
what-
ahead and say Easton.
Oh.
Easton with the sucker punch early.
Winner.
Well,
I think
that got
Paris is
answered.
Dave's. Now, Paris, that feeling there, that's what you feel like when you're drunk.
It's
When you're
not.
drunk,
You know, just go to Montreal, man. You're of age in Quebec.
16.
he's of age in Texas too, for human trafficking.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, Paris, come on up to Canadian Nationals. We'll get you good right tanked. It's legal
Yeah.
up here at 19.
You should come, man. Come up. It'll be good.
It was a lot of fun.
It's not as big as
Okay.
a beer bottle, right?
All right, so I heard that everybody on this show is gonna be at the Majestics Regional next year.
It seems
It's
to be
confirmed or
that
denied?
I
they
think
really want
that
us
is a
up for
good
that.
idea.
Confirm or deny right now?
If
Confirm.
I don't go to Costa Rica Nationals, I'll probably be there.
Probably not. Dude, I do it best I can.
Haven't played shit. Awesome.
Okay.
Once I ask my mom, I'll let y'all know, alright?
Aaron posed a question. It's, are you going to be at the Majestics Regional next year? Kenny.
Like I said, if I don't go to Costa Rica Nationals, I'll be there.
All right. Mike?
It's in February, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's in February.
After Super Bowl weekend.
I don't know if I'll be out of my igloo yet.
Paris?
Yeah, I plan on it.
All right. Easton?
If
Got it.
my mom says yeah.
Mama Brock.
Mama Brack.
Pierre?
He denied me last time.
10 minutes away, man. So I'll be there.
So you have no excuse, and I get to drag you out of your house if you don't show up?
Totally. And it's drinks on Kevin. So.
Drinks on Kevin?
It's always drinks on Kevin.
That's like Windsor.
Okay. I just want to warn you. Mike's not a drinker. I'm a Canadian drinker with Irish blood. You do not.
Last name's McDermott. We can get this. The last name's McDermott.
I
We can
totally
get this.
not drink you guys under the table. I just don't.
I'm Irish and Mexican.
So we
Drinks
need
all
to
day.
drink.
Yeah.
I'll drink my sody pop all night. Still be awake.
Tim, do you think you can be at the Majestics Regional?
No, I think my wife would probably end up killing me if I went.
Well,
Well, you can bring her with you again, like you did at Canadian
All right, now. A
Nationals.
couple things you got to get finished up here. Oh yeah, by the way, Amber.
No, that look is, how dare you go without me?
I'm working on that part.
Dude, Jason, one step at a time. Get your passport first.
What do you think I'm at 75% for? Jeez, the 25% is that stupid paperwork.
Yeah, you gotta get a passport, man.
Where's the
I'm
GoFundMe?
working on it, I swear. You know, they expect money up front for this thing. Who knew?
Where's the GoFundMe?
They don't have passports on layaway.
You know what? Maybe I should add that to the Patreon.
Give me the U.S.
$240. Me and Amber get passports.
And that's with that bullshit sidestep.
All right. I want to thank all of our guests who are on this week. Tim, thank you very much for joining us. Aaron, thank you for joining us. Pierre, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Paris and Easton, thank you for joining us. Hands where I can see them, boys.
No problem.
Mike, thanks for joining us.
Everybody, see this? I'll see you this weekend. I will see you this weekend.
What was that?
Kenny, I apologize if I have to Canadian.
It looked like a Tic Tac.
Don't forget the syrup, man.
Oh yeah, the syrup. Hey, if you're serious, I'll try and pick some up on my way.
All right, the
serious.
bounty on Mike is just doubled. have fun, Mike. Nobody's gonna try extra hard against you. I swear.
I don't think we have to.
If you beat Mike, Married with Clicks will send you a brick of Superman and Wonder Woman.
Whoa,
Nice.
whoa. Not with the
So they're sending out 4 bricks?
I'm gonna beat him twice.
He wants a case, this guy. Hey. Ooh.
Have you seen our dollar? Forget it.
Yeah, seriously. Holy
Just
crap.
PayPal
You know, we're
me.
at the 75-cent dollar right now.
Maybe we'll get a booster.
I get them for 80. PayPal me and we'll talk.
Yeah, okay, but convert that to Canadian.
Nah. That's math. Everybody knows I can't do math after Majestics. Jesus Christ.
At this point, it's multiplication. All right, guys.
It's terrible.
Thank you very much. It was awesome having everybody. Good luck to everybody who's going at the ROC World Cup, and good luck to anybody else who may be watching, who's going to be there, and hopefully you guys all do as well as you think you're going to do, except not all of you is going to get first.
That's a fact.
True.
And of course,
You know what?
Married with Clicks is brought to you in part by HC Realms. Check out realmsgaming.com for their shop. Use coupon code MARRIED to get yourself 10% off of your purchase and help support the channel. As well, if you want to support us directly, we do have a Patreon. Check out patreon.com/marriedwithclicks. We do have a number of pledge zones where, in fact, I was going to get action.
Are you
tokens
okay?
and
Like, are you having a stroke?
I'm having a stroke right now. I apologize. And we also, for all the Smack Talk Mike does, we do have the Money Where Your Mouth Is matches. If we hit the $100 mark, we're at $67 right now. $33 more on that Patreon gets some Money Where Your Mouth Is matches where me, Mike, and Jay will Smack Talk on MetaMillab and put our money where our mouth is on the table. Once again, thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you guys for watching. If you're watching in the archive view, thank you guys for joining us. And may the best man win at the ROC World Cup.